After 12 hard years of studying, I finally managed to get a minimum wage job at the anti-piracy agency. Now it's my duty to protect artists, developers and other creators, and to make sure that hard work isn't stolen.
Sir, your first client is here to see you. Can I send them in?
Yes, go ahead. Here we go. Yes, come in.
I have a job for you. The father pirated one of our games. I want you to kill them both.
You want me to... what now?
Kill them. Kill them both.
Isn't that going a bit too far?
What do you mean?
Well, the game they pirated hasn't been sold by the company for over 15 years. The console they played it on hasn't been produced or supported in just as long. So you're not actually losing money, right?
Piracy bad. All piracy bad. Must hold it. Sheriff holders. Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. Piracy!
Being a pirate is a wretched thing. Do what you want.
Not this kind of piracy.
No.
I'm talking about
Digital piracy.
music, software, games, books, that kind of thing. In short, it's when you download copyrighted stuff without permission. But that can mean a lot of things. From leaking a full unreleased movie online to downloading Shrek Super Slam because no store sells it anymore, and your original disc got turned into an egg after you subscribed to me. For example, if I burn a copy of some 1999 Flight Simulator to show my friend. If I download an out-of-print video editor that hasn't been sold since Vista. Or if I emulate Pepsi Man because I live on a different continent from where it was ever released.
Hey, let's start the game!
Also
Piracy.
Cool.
And yes, stealing is bad. If someone stole my totally original video format, character design and editing style, If someone came to my house and stole a bar of gold, and apparently my hand too, I would...
Prepare for war, soldier!
But even when you do pay for something nowadays, you don't actually own it. You're just renting it from a server that could disappear tomorrow. Buy a game on Steam, it's tied to your account. If Valve shuts down, or you say the infamous M word...
George. Hi, how are you? Oh, it's so nice to see you. It feels like it's been...
You know what? George, that's it. You need to leave.
in chat and get banned, poof, it's gone. Same with Netflix, Spotify, Adobe and pretty much every online service. You're not buying any content. It's not yours. You're licensing access. Until they decide you don't have access anymore. But even nowadays you can pay for something real, hold it in your hand and somehow you're still not allowed to use it. Take the Switch 2. If you live in the US and you decide to tinker with it a little, maybe mod it, maybe even pirate a few games, Nintendo can disable your entire console. They will definitely do that. So let's say you buy the Switch 2 for €400. 3 years later they stop pushing updates and move on to the Switch 3. You still want to play your old console and play some games, but now you can't. So you do what any normal person would do.
You buy the new Switch 3 and be a good consumer. Smile.
You pirate the games you want to play. And then they brick your console. A console they no longer support, no longer update, and can't even make money off of anymore. This is like going to a bakery, buying a loaf of bread, and the cashier gives you a warning note that says, "You may look at the loaf, but do not touch or eat it." No, I bought it. It's mine. It's a physical object. Not a Minecraft server where if you break the rules you get banned. It's hardware. I own it. Or I thought I did. Until I read the terms of service that said otherwise. Well, it's not like you guys care about some silly terms of services. You willingly sold your souls to me. Oh. A lot of stuff just disappears. Games vanish, software, movies, music disappears because the companies don't care enough to keep it around. That's the main reason as to why I'm making this video. A while ago I visited a friend of mine and we were just zapping through channels when I thought, hey, let's see what's on Cartoon Network. And when I turned it on I saw one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I just sat there in pure disbelief of what Cartoon Network had become. So I went home and I went on my computer and I thought, oh, I'll just look up some old dubbed episodes of old shows I used to watch online. Maybe to save a few to show my kids one day. But I couldn't find a single thing. Not on any legal streaming sites, not on YouTube, nowhere. Then I stumbled upon some old forum post with a link of some shows, but sadly, upon clicking on the link, it was removed. Copyright strike. Gone. But why? No streaming site plays the episodes. No TV channel does either. So who loses money from people watching old shows? And it's the same with games. You want to play Ocarina of Time? Go hunt down a $100 cartridge. Hope it works. And then find a overpriced console that doesn't connect to modern TVs. Or you could emulate it. This isn't about being lazy and wanting your games for free. This is about preservation. Insert lost media reference. Whatever that means.
Babe! Babe, you made a Seinfeld reference! Babe? Babe?
There are entire games out there, full-on finished, released games that you literally can't find or buy anywhere online. No digital store, no physical release, nothing. They've just vanished. Same goes for software, shows, music, all of it. Not because people don't care, but because the people who made it either forgot about it, or actively try to erase it. So when people emulate stuff, share it, patch it, or translate it, they're not just goofing around, they're keeping it alive. Because the companies, they're not doing that. Piracy helped preserve a ton of old software. We're talking about programs that people use to make music, edit videos, draw art, burn DVDs. Stuff that defined an era. Gone now, not for sale, not supported, and not even on shady download sites. But some people back them up. Sometimes by accident, and sometimes through stuff like this. This is a Twilight disc. If you know, you know. There were these massive Dutch software piracy compilations from the 90s and early 2000s. Each one packed with cracked programs, weird shareware, full games and more. And yeah, they were very, very illegal. But that's the thing, a bunch of the stuff on these discs you literally can't find anywhere else anymore. I actually made a whole video about these things if you want to dive into that rabbit hole. The link will be down in the description. And you'd think that companies would be glad that people are keeping this stuff alive, fixing things, translating it, preserving what they couldn't be bothered to archive. But instead they go after the people doing the work, and even actual developers get targeted by companies. There are entire fan projects, remakes, mods, all made for free. They got taken down just because they used a character, a logo, or music from a game the company hasn't touched in 20 years. No harm done, no money made, just deleted. EM2R, a full remake of Metroid 2. Nintendo killed it just before they dropped their own. Spyro, Myths Awaken, same deal. Activision hadn't done anything with Spyro in years, so fans made their own and they got copyright struck. Or Bionicle Masks of Power. There was a huge fan-made Bionicle game in the works for 8 years. A huge project made by people who genuinely cared about Bionicle. Way more than LEGO does. And then right before it was nearly done, it got shut down. No official Bionicle game in sight, but yeah, can't let the fans do it either. And there are many more like it. None of these were scams. They weren't really stealing anything. They were keeping something alive. But that doesn't matter, because a company might use the IP again. Someday. Maybe? Probably not. And if they decide to do nothing with it for 15 years, you still can't touch it. Even if you love it, even if you fix it, even if it would have been lost forever. So when people call piracy stealing, remember this. Preservation isn't theft, and if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. I'm not saying that everything that gets pirated is worth saving, but when official channels fail, shut down, become forgotten, or even censored, like what's happening now, who's gonna protect the past? Maybe it shouldn't have to be pirates or non-profit volunteers, but right now it is. So yeah, piracy isn't perfect. There are people who abuse it. People who just want free stuff. But there's also a lot of people out there preserving things and saving them. Sharing stuff they loved because nobody else would. And if the choice is between a fan uploading a 20-year-old game that the company abandoned, or that game disappearing forever, I know which side I am on. Anyways, thanks for watching. I guess I have to be quick. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.